Now we're going to copy a routine from the application called Routines and put it in the application called Basics. First, we're going to run the Routines application. Here is the application called Routines. While we were looking at it, we liked the routine called Morphing4. Here is a routine called Morphing4. It morphs an E on the left to an F on the right, and then it goes back to an E. So we like this and we want to copy it into our application called Basics. But we can't copy this here because it's really not in the program right now. But we know that this routine is called Morphing4. So if we go to the programming screens and we go to the bottom right and click on Routines, we find a list of all the routines in the routine program. These were put here because comments were made when the program was built. Here's the comment that said Morphing4 is to be a routine. I click on that and it takes me to the tab that is for Morphing4. I don't know if you can read that up there, but that's what it says. And this is that program. Well, part of a program which we call a routine. And it has a tab heading. Well, this is just what I want to put in my Basics application. So I'm first going to put it in a green box. Now, if I wanted to copy this someplace else in this same subprogram, all I'd have to do is use my yellow bar and click over here, copy green lines below yellow line, and this would go down below the bar. But no, I'm not copying it in the same subprogram. Now if I wanted to copy it into another subprogram, and look, there's 5 of them here, I could save the green lines, go to the other subprogram, and when I get there, put the yellow bar in, and then again click on here, paste save lines below yellow line, and this would go below the yellow line in that subprogram. But I want to take this and put it in an entirely different application. So I must first save the green lines, and then I must store the saved green lines onto the hard drive. So I must click here. Now I don't have to save this program, I'm just copying something from it. So I'm going to go over here and go back. This is where I had been before. Now I'm going to go to the Basics application. Here it is. I'm going to go to Program. I'm going to go to Subprogram 2. And this is where I want to put my routine that changes one letter into another. So what I'm going to do is I can mark the place where I want to put it. I have to go up here and I have to tell it to place stored lines in paste save. Now see, there's nothing in paste save, so as soon as I click this, the lines that were on the hard drive in the save area now have been brought into this program and placed in paste save lines below yellow line. So now I can do that. Here's my yellow line. I can click here and there's my routine. Here, I'll move this up so I can see the entire routine. This was copied from the Routines application. Now we can go as far now as to actually run this and see if it's going to do what we want. So what we can do is, this is subprogram 2, and this is named tab 8. So it's 208. So if we would go to the basics main program, instead of calling 128, we changed that and said, would you please go to 208. Now if we execute the application, why look, we have the E going to an F and then going back to an E again. Well, that's the application's routine that we wanted to copy. We go back to program, go to our subprogram 2 where we placed it, put our yellow line on top of it, over here. Okay, we've marked it now. We're going to go execute the application, and now when we click on RT, there are the parameters that control this moving of the E and morphing it to the F. Now we can start changing all kinds of things up here to make it the way we want it, like including what letters are being used, like morphing a G into an E. While programming, get information from the glossary by clicking Info. Thank you for watching.